The robust Joe Biden, whose life has been marked by family tragedies and political setbacks, today declared he won the White House in America's knife-edge election. Victories were followed by unthinkable personal tragedy. But what do we know about the man who is going to be the 46th President of the United States? Here are 14 interesting facts about Mr. Biden. Number 1. He had a stutter as a child. He spent his childhood in Scranton, Pennsylvania, where his father struggled to find a steady job after a series of business setbacks. When Joey was 10, the Biden family moved to Wilmington, Delaware, after his father got a job selling cars. At school, his classmates mocked him for his debilitating stammer. They would call him bye-bye when he attempted to say his last name. He tried to avoid stuttering by playing out conversations in advance in his head, practicing speaking while holding pebbles in his mouth, and memorizing paragraphs instead of reading them aloud from textbooks in class. Number 2. Mr. Biden played football in high school. During his junior and senior years at Archmere Academy, a Catholic prep school, he was elected class president but was crestfallen when school administrators blocked him from running for student body president because he had received too many demerits. He played wide receiver and halfback on Archmere's undefeated 1960 football team, catching 19 touchdown passes. Number 3. He was drafted after finishing law school. A young Mr. Biden finished law school at Syracuse University and was then drafted for service in the Vietnam War. But he failed the medical due to his asthma. "I'm not big on flak jackets and tie-dye shirts," Biden said when asked later why he didn't join in anti-Vietnam War protests. Number 4. The oldest president ever in the history of the U.S. Prior to winning the Democratic nomination in January this year, he said he had to pick a vice president who would be able to take over the White House immediately because of his age. Speaking about the issue in Iowa, he said there are at least 8 women, at least 4 or 5 people of color who he believed were totally qualified to be vice president. But for me, it has to be demonstrated that whoever I pick is 2 things, the 2020 hopeful continued. 1 is capable of being president because I'm an old guy. Number 5. He first ran for president in 1987 and, in 2008, for president a second time. He quit the race after it was revealed he incorporated into a speech by British Labour Party leader Neil Kinnock. In 2008, Biden ran for president a second time but dropped out after coming in 5th in the Iowa caucus. 7 months later, Barack Obama selected him as his running mate. Number 6. He suffered a family tragedy. Mr. Biden lost his first wife Nelia and 13-month-old daughter Naomi in a car accident in 1972. His 2 young sons, Bo and Hunter, were hospitalized with serious injuries. His oldest son Bo died of brain cancer in 2015. Number 7. His favorite movie is Chariots of Fire. In a 2008 interview, the Democrat said, "Chariots of Fire is, I think, probably my favorite movie. But the truth of the matter is the thing about it, there is a place where someone put personal fame and glory behind principles. That to me is the mark of real heroism when someone would do that." Number 8. He has a known fondness for ice cream. Mr. Biden has admitted to having a sweet tooth and loves to indulge with a scoop of ice cream. In comments from 2016, he said,
"My name is Joe Biden. I love ice cream."
He added, "I don't drink. I don't smoke. But I eat a lot of ice cream." Number 9. He purchased a puppy in 1967 for his first wife Nelia and called it Senator. Mr. Biden currently has 2 dogs, called Major and Champ. He got Champ, a 3-year-old German Shepherd, in 2008 and adopted Major, who is the same breed, 10 years later. Number 10. Mr. Biden remarried in 1977 to Jill Tracy Jacobs. Jill Tracy Jacobs is an English teacher who met Biden on a blind date arranged by his brother in 1975. Mr. Biden had to propose 5 times before she agreed to marry him. Mr. Biden often proudly refers to himself as Jill Biden's husband, and after securing the Democratic nomination told an audience, "Just think of your favorite educator who gave you the confidence to believe in yourself, that's the kind of First Lady Jill will be." Number 11. He went through brain surgery in 1988. After complaining about headaches for several weeks, Biden underwent surgery for a brain aneurysm. 3 months later, he had surgery for a second brain aneurysm. Number 12. He wrote Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act in 1994. The act in which hardened federal prison sentences and has been criticized by lawmakers today for disproportionately incarcerating Black and brown Americans. Number 13. He co-sponsored the Violence Against Women Act in 1994. The law, which was incorporated into the larger crime bill, provided $1.6 billion to investigate and prosecute violent crimes against women, imposed automatic and mandatory restitution on those convicted, and allowed victims to sue their attackers in civil court even if prosecutors didn't proceed criminally. Number 14. In 2014, Joe Biden was listed as one of America's least wealthy government officials, ranking 577 of 581. Joe Biden is a millionaire, according to Forbes. In all, Joe is reportedly worth $9 million at present, which is significantly more than earlier in his career. This number, from Forbes and calculated in 2019, is based on a total portfolio of $4 million in real estate. Joe and wife Jill Biden own 2 homes in Delaware, cash investments worth $4 million, and a federal pension worth more than $1 million. The Bidens released their tax returns from 2016 to 2018, which showed that they paid about a third of their income in taxes in 2017 and 2018, $3.7 million and $1.5 million, respectively, and that they donated a significant amount to charity in 2017 and 2018, $1 million and $275,000, respectively.